Welcome to the Artist Fireside chat with CECHK. CECHK is a Brazilian artist, and she has a beautiful body of work that explores everything from mental illness to neo-punk and all kinds of stuff. It's really this beautiful blend of modern and traditional art. And let's get started. Sorry for that awkward start. I was distracted by sound outside. So I noticed that you're only 21 years old, but you have a pretty prolific collection already. So can you tell us about how and when you got started making art?
So hi guys, it's great to be here. It's incredible to be here, and yeah, I'm 21 years old, and I don't know. I started to draw and paint since I was a child, and I really liked digital art, especially when I was like 13. I was like reading to anime and things like that, so I wanted to draw. I wanted to animate and create stories, and my mom gave me for my birthday present a small Wacom tablet, and then I started to draw and learn digital paintings, and I tried to, like, at first I was just trying to like draw my favorite characters and things like that, but after that I started to create more original characters, and I wanted to do like comics and things like that, but I'm not really great at that. And growing up I started to like more traditional art. I started to learn more about art, painting, sculptures, and things like that. So my love for art, I guess, was growing more, and I think it's that, and I knew crypto from Twitter, and it's like since last year. So yeah, it's a journey. And because crypto art, I started to really draw more and paint more, because I don't know, on Twitter you see all these artists, and they're like super prolific. They produce a lot, and that inspired me a lot to like paint more, I guess.
Wow, that's really cool. And it's great that in seeing other people produce so much that you actually went and created more too. Because I think sometimes as an artist too, I see that stuff and I'm like, wow, I can't do that as much as they do. But it's really amazing to see the body of work you have and these collections that you've created. The concepts are very I think they're important things for people to be aware of, especially, just getting into like experience of womanhood and, anxiety, depression, and, things that people have trouble talking about. But seeing it expressed in visual art is just another way to, I guess, express it and have people understand it and normalize it.
I really have a hard time talking about it. So I think is why I paint it. Really, because it's really hard to talk about it, right? And painting it is like, I don't know, it's a language that I can communicate better than talking.
Oh yeah, definitely. I hear that. And so I'm just showing some of her work here. This particular series is called Dreams Carved Within Reality. Do you want to tell us a little bit about the inspiration behind that?
Sure. This is one of my last collections, and oh my god, this is like, I really wanted to animate some things, and the inspiration really is like I really draw inspiration from movies and film, and this collection is basically about a really awful and vivid dream that I had, and it was like this bright red and spirals and crazy things like that. And I really started to like being a little bit like freaked out because of this dream, and I was like I couldn't talk about it. I couldn't like know what was going to happen in my mind because of the dream, and I started to like watch some things and try to, I don't know, I tried to like get some what's the word, I tried to get like some meaning for that dream, and and I was like this is hard to talk about it. Okay, so the first drawing was the lady with the spiral eye, mirror spirit, and the main inspiration for that one was because I was reading some things about like lucid dreaming and magic, and I don't believe in magic, but it was really interesting. So it was like the night, and I started to like I stopped it in front of my mirror, and I just stared at myself for like 20 minutes, and it was like my face started to like, I don't know, do crazy things. And after that, I just got my sketchbook and tried to make some sense of it, some meaning, and yeah, that's the meaning behind this this drawing, basically.
They're really beautiful. It's beautiful and haunting, and it's great that you found a way to do something positive with something that was so disturbing for you. And
yeah.
it's definitely something I would. I mean, I would like to see more of that in the NFT space. I think there's a lot of really beautiful looking art out there, but it's not. It doesn't often explore these themes that are a little bit. I don't know what's the word. I guess taboo for some people.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And
we talk a lot about money and sales and things like that, and Ethereum and Bitcoin.
yeah, and some of that stuff looks cool, like some of the work that's come out. But I'm really interested to know who the artist is and like see that reflected in their work, and that really comes through. And I wanted to backtrack a little bit. You had mentioned that you got into art through digital art. So who were some of the artists that you found, or where did you first see this art that inspired you to start creating your own?
Oh, yeah. My favorite, one of my favorite artists is Katsuhiro Tomo from Akira. And he isn't a digital artist, but I just am obsessed with him and Akira and everything he does. And he is always one of my great inspirations from doing art. And from digital art, I really like a Brazilian artist called João Ruas. He's not digital, but he's like, his art is so freaking amazing. It's really good, and it's like this dreamy, kind of crazy. I don't know how to explain. It's really unique, his art. And from digital, I don't know. I like so many digital artists. It's really hard to track them, but I'm trying to remember. Right now, I really draw inspiration from another crypto artist. It's crazy how good and amazing people here are. Is insane.
Yeah, there's a giant.
I'm trying. Yeah, I'm trying to remember the names, but my memory is really bad. So Yeah, I think that Katsuhiro Tomo is my main inspiration for a lot of things, and I really right now I really like some. I really draw my inspiration from film actually these days, and it's like it's really confusing in my mind. I really like a lot of different things at the same time, and I can name them.
Sorry, my mic was muted. I think that's true for a lot of artists, that we kind of are just into a lot of different things, and sometimes, yes, it is hard to remember names, but maybe they'll come to you as we go through the interview. And what I was going to say, which films have you drawn inspiration from? This one is good.
My! Like, oh my god! It's like I really am into a Japanese filmmaker called Mika Nigakawa, because her movies, man, her movies are like a painting movie. It's like so freaking awesome, and her colors, it's like it's like insane to me. I can like get all day watching her movies.
Oh, I'm gonna have to check her out.
Yeah, she's great. And oh my god, let me remember. I think that, oh yeah, there's a scene on her movie. It's like about one of my favorite authors. Oh my god, I forgot the name of the movie. Let me search here. It's like he's dying, and he's like dying on the snow, and like there's a lot of flowers falling down, and it's so beautiful, it's so amazing. And oh, I got here. It's No Longer Human. It's about Osamu Dazai. Oh my god, his writing is amazing, and this movie is amazing. And this scene is like, it's so beautiful. And oh, this is the book.
Oh,
yeah,
that's the book. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's really good too.
For later.
Yeah, and this
sounds really interesting.
Yeah, this is really draw inspiration for me to draw a lot of things like this. There's so much beauty in this act of dying on her movies. It's crazy.
It's really it's like, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, it's really strange, but I think artists have this funny way of finding beauty in things that are really can be really difficult or painful, or there's beauty in darkness that I think it's really comes through in the work that you do. And I'm seeing, I totally see that from what you're telling me about where you draw your inspiration from. And we have a question from Lang. They ask, you talked about making comics. Have you thought about making a series on known origin?
Oh, yeah. Actually, yes. I have like this idea for a comic, but I don't know. I don't know if I can do it. But it's a thing that I am seriously considering doing, but I don't know yet.
I feel like maybe what's stopping you is you have an idea of like what a comic is supposed to be, and maybe you can do something that's different than what people are expecting. Like there's this idea that like comics have to have this actual narrative, like there's an actual written story, but maybe there doesn't need to be words, like it can all just be told visually. Like you might be too young for it. There used to be this comic called The Max, and that was I mean, there was words in it, but it was very just through the composition and the colors and the themes that were shown in it, it was very emotional and moody, and
Check it out.
I feel like,
yeah,
I feel like that's something that might take you out of your head, because that would be really cool to see.
yeah. I have a real problem with this structure thing, and I think you're right, because I took a long time to like stop worrying about structure in paintings. I was like, I always had like this thing that I had to know how to do. I had to like know how to draw hand before I did something else, and I was like obsessed with learning anatomy and perspective and everything, because I thought that I couldn't be an artist if I didn't know that. And crypto art really changed this way of thinking for me.
Yeah. I mean, did you have any formal training? Did you go to art school or anything like that?
No.
Or at any point? No. I mean, it's
No.
really, as someone who went to art school, I think it's a good thing that you didn't go, because you just kept creating. And going to art school makes you even more like self-conscious about what you're doing.
Really?
Because
Oh my.
like you have all these critiques, and then you're worrying about like, having a concept, and you have to explain things to people, and like, so it's really, I think it's better for artists to be able to just express what's coming through them, and not be worried about like outside judgment, because that really just keeps you from making more,
Yeah. It's really hard to. I can't imagine myself thinking. It's like I should, like, if a professor come to me and is like, your drawing is ugly, and I was gonna cry.
So that is exactly what it feels like. But they're like, oh, this one's really beautiful too. I mean,
thank you.
Yeah.
I really like this one.
I feel like nobody needs formal training to learn how to express themselves through art or music. Like, it just comes through. I mean, art and music started before there was any idea of how to train people how to do it. Like, humans just did it naturally.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely have this feeling like I can't shake it off art from me. Like, it's just like this good feeling that I have to do it. And if it's good or it's bad, I don't know, but I have to do it.
Yeah. So you just feel compelled to create these things, and I really think that totally shows. Oh, this is yours too, right? Yeah, I'm looking in what you created. Yeah, wow, this is cool too. And I can see how, like, you said that you started exploring, how to draw, faces and hands and whatever, and I can see the progression too, which is really cool.
Thank you. Yeah, it's really a journey. For me, it's like I am always my worst critic. I am always putting down my work, really. And
right. I think we all do that.
Yeah, I think every artist does that, and I think we have to like do this daily practice of loving our art for what it is, because if you don't, like, what's the point, right? You have to like give yourself a pep talk and just try to move on and learn more and produce more.
That's exactly it. I mean, that's the message that I've been getting, is that you just have to keep going, even if it's just getting pen to paper for 5 minutes or doodling or something. And some days, if you don't feel like it, it's okay to just not create too. Like, you have to allow yourself that space and not beat yourself up.
I have really, I sometimes have really long periods that I can't draw, like, but I have to force myself into it, because,
Yeah, that's so normal. I think that's so normal for a lot of us. This is beautiful too. I actually I wanted to know, so your aesthetic, like, it has this balance of like traditional painting and animation and glitch art. So like what mediums are you using to create these pieces?
Oh, this one actually sorrow is it was like a sketch on my sketchbook, and after that I just painted it with some cheap wash, and after that I scanned it and I painted it digitally after on Photoshop, and
Oh,
it was like this. Sometimes I really like to do it because I don't know, I really have a problem with my art only on traditional. I don't think it looks good, and after I just take it from the traditional realm and put it on my computer, I can really, I don't know, give more dimension to it, like work more on it, and techniques. I think techniques it more, I don't know, more to my taste, I guess. And I
yeah.
really like to do it. And I use watercolor sometimes. Sometimes I use gouache. Sometimes I use acrylics. And yeah, and sometimes I like to take that from the traditional and put on my computer and animate or painting it. Yeah.
That's really cool. I was gonna say, like, I see the texture in your work, and I was like, are these all scanned oil paintings, or like are they? It
No.
looks like it's like a little bit of both. Like
Yeah.
you
Some of them is
scan
all
more.
digital. Like this one,
Hmm.
the Masked Man, it was like a watercolor, and then I paint on it on my computer, and then I animated it. Yeah.
That's really cool. It just doing all that, like having the initial art be something that you hand drew or painted. It really does give it some more dimension and texture.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, like in
Yeah.
digital art, I mean, there are some people. It's like, oh my god, is that an oil painting or not? Like, and it's, I was getting that. I was getting that sense from your work too. I was like, I really can't tell if this was a digital
Yeah.
texture or actual texture.
Yeah.
Um,
It's like this one. It lingers over my hour. It's all digital, and but I'm really obsessed with brushes, and I'm like I spend
wow.
hours on Photoshop, like making brushes and testing them. It's
Yeah, that's
like, and yeah, and then I try to make them more textured and look like more like painting, I guess.
yeah. It works here really well, and the
Thanks.
glow behind her is
Uh,
really
I really like
it's
this
cool.
painting. It was about a poem that I really like from a Brazilian poet. She's really good.
Oh, oh, I see. There's the poem here in
Yeah,
Portuguese. Oh, cool.
yeah.
Um, and actually, the where is this piece? Or this series that you created, the bridge. Um, I
Oh
thought that was
yeah,
an interesting concept. That you, it was like only you can gift these NFTs to people, like they can't
yeah,
be bought or
yeah,
sold. Can you tell
yeah.
us more about that?
Yeah, this NFT is part of the series Dreams Curve Within Reality. And I was like, I don't know if you know, but I was hacked last year. And they took
No.
pretty big money for me. And like, I just had this, like, I was so sad. And so many people were like so great to me, so much support, so much love, and I just wanted to give them back something, but I don't want it to be like money. I wanted to like if I was giving a piece of love to them, and so that's it. That's the concept basically about this NFT. I wanted to give a piece of love to people that are my friends and help me and cared about me, because I think it's important to, I don't know, to share this love with people, I guess.
That's really beautiful, and I like the idea that it can't be sold, and it can't be like nobody can buy it. It's something that you bestow on people.
Yeah. This series is about it. It's like this darkness we all have, but we can find love in people, in your friends, and yeah.
That's true. That's so beautiful. It is. Like,
Thanks.
as long as you have your friends, that's what matters. Just even one person who cares. It's it's really important. And I like this one, but I think I shouldn't leave it up. It's a little flashy. But
Yeah, it's a little bit flashy.
really cool.
Yeah.
But I love the look of that one. This one is
Thanks.
also really cool. Everything is.
Thank
Excuse my
you.
slow internet, everybody.
I really like to experiment with glitches and things like that. It's really cool. I think I will do more of that.
What program are you using to animate?
Oh, it depends. These glitches, this one I did in Photoshop, the sense of nothing, and the other one you were showing, it was like a creative experiment. I like took a bunch of pictures with my phone, and I just downloaded an app to like glitch things, and after that I just put it on Photoshop and I tried to animate it and like glitch the colors, and yeah, that's that. This one I did on, yeah.
Can you hear the music in the background?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I actually, hold on, is that really loud? I'll lower that a little bit. Yeah, I was gonna ask you about this piece. Did you make the music, or did you collaborate with somebody?
No. This one was a collab with Joe Craig. His music is amazing. He's like an amazing musician, artist, and like this was his idea. This idea of a woman checking into someone's head and being able to feel other people's feelings through the matrix. And it's like this crazy cyberpunk concept, and I really love it. And yeah, it was his idea. His music is amazing. And first I heard the music and I draw it. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. That was going to be my next question. Like, which came first? Was this inspired by the music, or was
yeah?
Or did the music get inspired by your art? That's really cool.
And we were planning to do another collab, but this one I will draw first, and then he's gonna do the music.
Oh yeah, I love that. I love that, like, chicken or the egg idea. Like, you know, is music well, I mean, it's obviously both ways, but just seeing what happens when music is inspired by visual art or when art is inspired by music. It's just really, that's a really cool collaboration. I'm excited to see.
Yeah, I love doing collabs with music. It's really cool. It's really cool.
We did cover this question already, but someone was asking where you draw your inspiration from. So outside of this collaboration that you did, is there any other music that you would say that you're inspired by, or specific artists?
Definitely, yeah. Music I can remember clearly more than art, than visual art, and I really like this musician called Perturbator. He's like this cyber crazy punk thing that I don't know how to.
Oh, could you type the name in the chat so we can check that out later? Thanks.
Yeah.
Sounds cool. You said cyberpunk craziness? That sounds interesting to me.
Yeah, I really like this cyberpunk thing. It's really cool.
That is cool. I like this piece a lot.
Yeah, his music is really good, and I really like it, and it really inspires me.
Do you hold on, where's my next question? So you're still very young, but I'm curious so far, like, what has been the most challenging aspects of being an NFT artist, and what has been the most rewarding?
Oh my god. The hardest part, for me, is the tech part, because I don't know how to code. I really didn't know how crypto works before NFTs, and it's still a learning curve to me. I'm still learning, and I'm still trying to grasp everything that happens in the crypto world, because it's crazy.
Yeah, it moves very fast.
Yeah, and I'm really lucky to have amazing friends that can explain things to me and make it easier to me to understand things. And
Yes,
I think that
definitely.
the best part of crypto art is definitely the community. Like, I never had so many artist friends in my life, and it's so good, it's so amazing, it's so incredible. And the fact that I can go on Twitter and be inspired and talk to people and talk to these amazing artists in the community and learn from them and collab with them. This is the best part for me. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's such a great community. Everybody's so open to helping up and coming artists and making it easier for them to come into the space, because there's a little bit of a learning curve, but it's just really beautiful to see how supportive everybody is of each other, and it definitely feels different than the traditional art world.
Yes. Like, when you're just a digital artist on the internet, you're like just this girl posting drawings on Instagram. Like, it's just this very lonely thing. And crypto art is like, you can know people. Like, you can talk to them. It's really cool. You're not alone anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, and everybody's just very authentic and just like eager to I don't know, just share what they know with people.
yeah,
it just seems like there's space for everybody to be themselves here and to be successful in their own way.
yeah.
Yeah, so the most rewarding part, you would say, is the community aspect, and then the most challenging is the tech.
Oh, and the most rewarding part too is to being able to, like, being independent with money.
Yes.
Like, crypto really provides it, really makes you think about this aspect, because, like, with galleries, it's like this. On crypto, it's like it's really so different. It's accessible. Like, I never thought I would be like showing my drawings in a gallery, or like it's just so much. It's so good. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's so good, and it's so much more reach than just being in a like a in real life gallery or whatever. You're reaching so many. You're reaching and meeting people from all over the world, and it just feels very like there's unlimited possibility with what can happen, and it's still a very new. Like, the NFT space is still pretty new, so I'm really excited to see what it can continue to do for artists, and it just feels like it's just what's the word I'm looking for? It feels like it's just a much better system for artists that really works for them in a way that things haven't worked in their favor before. Yeah, it's really exciting.
Yes, because
sorry,
I don't know. In reality, we have to be like this serious artist. We have like to behave and I don't know abide by the rules. And crypto art is like this. It's the wild west. Like everyone, and it's so cool.
Yeah, it's really cool and it's fun to. It's really good that you got into this at your age. And in the beginning of this whole world starting, because you have your whole life ahead of you, and I'm very excited to see what happens for you. So, what was my next question? I don't know, maybe they came back, if it's come to you at all, but like, I noticed you have a collection yourself. Are there any pieces that are your favorites, or do you have any NFT artists that you are inspired by currently?
Oh, right. Yes, I have a lot of NFTs. Most of them were donated by my friends at Waka. Woman of Crypto Art is like our artist collective, and I love all of them. I love all of them. They are so special. I didn't want to
pick one.
I love them all.
You do have a really like eclectic collection. It's cool. This is cool.
Yeah. Oh, Chris is amazing. I love her art. I love her cats.
It's so sweet. It's so sweet.
And I think one of my favorite artists currently is, oh my god, I forgot her name. Jesus Christ. Oh.
It's okay. You can always come back into the general chat or off topic and share about the artists that you're into, because yeah, we're curious to see where you get your visual inspiration from too, or like any of the movies that you mentioned or artists. Like, you can always come back later and share. Yeah.
Like all NFTs in my collection, I really love all the artists on there and everything that I have like on my favorites on Rarible and Origin is like things I really like and love. Like,
that's awesome.
I really like Neurocolor. I love his style, like this really crazy neon thing that he does is really good. And I really like, oh my god, I have to remember her name. Jesus, this is so embarrassing. I forgot everyone's name.
No worries. I get a little nervous when I'm put on the spot too, and then I forget things. It's all good.
Yeah, I'm not even reading the chat because it's a lot of people, and I'm like, oh my
god. Well, everyone's here because your work is really beautiful, and we appreciate it. So don't be nervous.
Okay, so some artist that I really like is Miss A.L. Simpson. I love her works. Ferocious is really good. X-Copy is really good inspiration for me. Yeah. I really like his works. Yeah.
Yeah, Ferocious is great. They really, they're another one who's young and like just bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and like creating a prolific body of work. And I'm really excited for the young kids that are in this space. Yeah. How do you feel about this kind of influx of more traditional artists and known artists coming into this space? Do you feel like that it might change the playing field for the like wild west that we have right now?
Oh, I don't know. I really like when traditional artists comes to crypto art. I really like when like big artists come too, because I think that they bring a more serious face to crypto art. Like this super like crazy good established artist like is really crazy, and I think it's a good thing because everyone like I think that all the community grows together in the sense like because more people know about it and it brings more attention to everyone. I think it's a really good thing. Yeah.
I agree. That's a really good attitude. A good attitude to have. I think some
Yeah.
people might feel like, oh no, they're gonna take up. They're gonna. All the whales are just gonna buy their work, and all the up and comers will be forgotten about. But I don't think that's true.
I don't think so too, because it really is another league. I think really like it's like if I don't know, it's like if one like super well established artist comes to crypto art, it's like I think it's just gonna bring more attention to it, and I think that it really can we as an art we as digital artists can draw inspiration from them too, like from established careers and artists. Really. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely, it's another source of inspiration, and it's also, I genuinely feel like, if their work already has some more monetary value in the traditional art space, then it's only going to up level everybody else that's already here in the crypto space. At least my my belief, and that's my hope that it continues to work that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like if Francis Bacon like comes back to life and like drops an NFT, like it's not the same thing. Like it's good.
It's good. It's good. There's room for everybody in this world to be themselves and create and be successful. It's not like there's only, you know, it's not like, oh, you're like this millionaire artist, Banksy or whatever, or you're a starving artist and you can't pay your bills. Like there's infinite levels in between that. And I think, if you keep putting yourself out there, yeah. If you keep putting your work out, then
I think crypto is really like shattering this awful belief on the starving artists, because for me, like what I do, like the money I do with crypto art is like insane to me. It's like I never in my life thought that I would make any money from my art. This were just for me, like, and I think that crypto art is like this brand new, amazing, experimental, crazy new thing, and we have to what's the word? We have to enjoy it. We have to take it and take it further. Not just think about the money part. We have to like think about the art and how to stretch it, and how to like I don't know, make it more crazy, cool, and bigger.
Yeah, I think with technology and everything, there's a lot of, I think that people are already pushing boundaries, but I think there's, as technology changes, and especially in the virtual reality space too, and there and AR as well, like there's infinite possibilities where like artists can take us into different worlds, and it's really exciting. I feel like we're at the precipice of, kind of like a renaissance for artists that really works in their favor.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about this piece that I have up on the screen? Blood in My Eyes.
Yeah, this piece is really, this piece is hard. It's about, like I talk. I don't talk. I paint a lot about trauma and mental illness and things like that. And this one is about like this band. There is this band, Atari Teenage Riot, and there's a music about.
They're great.
Yeah, they're great, and there's this music about violence against women, and this piece is kinda about that, but it's kind of about guilt and revenge and every emotion that comes with facing trauma and things like that. And that's why blood in my eyes, because she has blood in her eyes. And I don't know, I just wanted to make something that suffers but is strong at the same time, because that's what life is sometimes.
I was getting this from the spikes in her hair. It made me think of like the Statue of Liberty. So that does feel like this is strong but vulnerable at the same time.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
People usually are very forward with this hard part, like they make themselves stronger to the eye, but we all suffer. And I think one thing doesn't like cancel the other, like we can suffer and be strong at the same time.
Yes. Yeah, that's very, very true. And very mature for someone of your age to know that already and internalize that. And it's like very good message to give people. I had a question about, so this piece, I was like, wait a minute, I have to read this twice.
Oh,
I was like, there are electric shower heads in Brazil?
Yes.
Like, this is real?
Yes! It's very real.
What?
It's such a silly concept. Okay, so this piece is like, oh, I really like it. It's very strange, but I really like it. So this shower actually is my shower, okay? It's like life reference from this shower. It's my shower. And like Brazil is like in such a awful and horrible and dark. Brazil was always like this shitty place, I guess, and I think that we as Brazilians, we have this. Everyone perceives us as like this fun country, this place when everyone is happy and everyone is like dancing and smiling, but and like on the internet, Brazilians like we are like memes and making fun of things, but the electrical shower in this piece is like to show like we have this shower, this electrical shower, and people who aren't from Brazil is like, what the fuck do you guys like take showers
like,
in it?
Do you want to die?
Yeah, do you want to die? And the first name of this piece was Suicide Shower, because I saw a joke about that it was a suicide shower. And I read a lot about suicide because of my university. I study literature, and I have a professor that talks a lot about the suicide part of literature. And I just wanted to like, this guy is going to have a shower, and this shower may seem dangerous because and the shower seems shitty because the country is shitty, and like, I don't know about you guys, but when I'm feeling sad and anxious and depressed, I usually go take a shower to like feel better about myself. And it's kind of like this precipice he's like, I was thinking about the act of like opening the shower and like having water on yourself, but at the same time it's dangerous because it's an electrical shower. But it's like, it's a metaphor, okay? Because the electrical shower is not like that dangerous. It's okay. Everyone has it in Brazil, and everyone is fine. But it's more like a metaphorical way about like, is he going to kill himself in the shower? Is he's just doing it to feel better? It's like this amalgamation of a lot of things.
Yeah. I mean, are there like a lot of accidents with with these showers, or it's fine? Like it's just.
Oh, I know about it really, and I had one all my life, so
wow.
I think it is.
But I feel like it's something, if God forbid you're feeling that way, that it's a tempting or just something that makes you think about it a little more. If you're depressed, you're like, oh,
yeah,
just let the shower get messed up. Yeah, I was really no, I was like shocked when I saw this.
And the wires really make it seem like it's dangerous, right? But it's like it's not gonna touch the water.
No. Okay, that's good. I'm glad that everybody's safe. Kind of safe. But yeah, I had a like today I learned moment when I saw this piece. I was like, wait, what? Yeah. I wanted to ask this specifically when you started creating NFT art. Like, who was the person, or like, how did you like mint your first NFT? And who, like, you said I'm lucky to have friends that can walk me through things. So I was curious how it started for you.
So my first NFT wasn't on the Ethereum network, was on EOS, and it was on Pixels. It is a platform, and I had help from my friend João. He's Brazilian artist too, and like I didn't have any money to mint it, and he sent me some, like I think it was like $1, because on the EOS it's really cheap to mint. And yeah, I minted my first piece there, and I sold it, and I think that I switched it with some Ethereum, and I minted on Rarible too, and yeah, that was it. And to mint on the Ethereum, I was like reading a lot of tutorials and searching about it. Yeah, and I tried to like get a grip on the things, and yeah, now it's easier.
Do you have oh yeah, you had sent me, now I don't know if I'm gonna have to end my stream or if I can, oh, let me see, you'd sent me some some videos of like time lapses that you've done of your work. Hold on.
Yeah,
see if I can
like
drag them into.
Studio Paint has this new feature, like we can export our paintings, and it's really cool.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, so it just
can you all see this?
Yeah, so you'll see me like drawing a bunch of like ugly sketches.
This is not ugly. Nothing about this is ugly. It's like very elegant. Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, these are cool. Yeah. And this is all in this is in Photoshop?
No, it's in Clip Studio. Yeah.
Clip Studio.
I'm really switching to Clip Studio. It's really good.
Yeah, the textures are amazing. This is like mesmerizing to me. I'm like, oh, forgetting I'm doing an interview.
Thank you. Oh, I had so much trouble with her hair. Oh my god, this is like not finished yet. Like it's the first time I'm showing like unfinished work because I'm so self-conscious about them. And there's there are some works that I really I don't show anyone because I'm like, oh, this is awful. I'll never show anyone this. So it's good to show it now.
I mean, it looks really beautiful, and thank you for being vulnerable and sharing something that's unfinished with us, because that's really special. Well, I hope that I'm sure that our viewers also feel special for getting to see something like that, because I feel the same. Like, I don't like to show people stuff when it's not finished either, but I think I think it's good for artists to let people like see works in progress and give you a little like
definitely
confidence boost.
Not everything has to be like a masterpiece, like the work of our life. Like you're allowed to have fun.
Yeah, and it's cool to see your thought process too, and like going back and forth, and people can really get an appreciation for like when they see the finished product, especially with your art isn't simple, but some other people's like finished work looks like very simplistic, and then you're like, oh well, that must have been easy. My kid could have drawn that or something, but it's like, no, there was a lot of work that went into it before to get to that point. A lot of like trial and error.
It's not because it's simple that it's simple to make. Like,
Right. Yeah, none of it is. So we're getting close on the hour, and I think we have another stream happening. With Vandal. He's going to be playing some music. Well, he's not going to be playing some music. We're hosting. But it's a bit later. Okay, great. So we still have some time. If anybody has some questions for CECHK. Ivy asks, why always a woman? Why are women your subjects?
I don't know. I really like to draw women. But I'm trying to draw more men too. If you go to my Norwegian page or go to my website, I have like this 3 figure drawing that is my new series. I have making just this one. Thank you. And I really like to draw women because I can relate more, I guess, to women.
Right. Yeah.
And because I think that, I don't know, I like to show girly things. I like to show horror things in women because I don't want to show like just beautiful women to be looked at. I want to show a story about them. I want to show feelings about them. And I think that this one about that this male figures is more like about there is this thing, the male gaze, and I was reading about it, and I just wanted to like paint nude male figures like if I was from the female gaze, like, and I think that, I don't know, it's really confusing in my mind, but I just wanted to show that men can be beautiful and can be vulnerable. Oh my god, this word is so hard to say. I just wanted to show them to be like, they can be soft, they can feel, they can be beautiful too.
Yeah, it totally comes through. No, that makes so much sense. And like this idea of the male gaze or the female gaze, and like that's like a whole other conversation about the male gaze and like women being seen as like pretty and happy, and like they're never sad, they're never angry, they're never depressed, or like, in a lot of images, or they weren't for many years. And I think that it's really cool that you're showing that women can be both beautiful and soft and sad or angry, and same with men. Like we can possess all of these things,
but they aren't just beautiful. And it's the same thing with men, but men have more, I don't know, space to show that, and women don't. So I like to show. Yeah.
So we have a couple more questions. Dhen5678 is asking, how many hours does it take you to draw your work, and how old are you?
Oh, I'm 21 years old.
Yes.
And it depends on the work. Like, the animated ones really take more time because I have to animate them and think about that part. But it really depends. There's this two first, the face and the guy and the girl was really fast to me to do it, and the figures too was more fast. Like, I don't remember how much time really.
Yeah.
I'm awful
But I remember
with
you said
timing things.
like this one was like hours because you were trying to get the textures right.
Yeah, this
So,
one really
yeah,
took some time. Like, sometimes I take weeks on a drawing. Like that one on the time lapse you showed is like weeks. I'm doing that drawing like for weeks, and I can't end that, and it's like a nightmare. And I hope I can finish it sometime. Yeah, it really depends. Sometimes it really flows to me and really gets it going and really gets it fast, and sometimes it's really a painful nightmare. And
yes. Painful nightmare, yes. Almi asks, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Oh, I don't know. I hope I'm alive in 5 years, I guess. Well, I really don't like to plan that much because
I hear you.
Yeah, I'm really have a hard time like seeing myself, but I hope I'm like mentally good and doing art and crypto art and still doing what I love to do, that is art. Yeah, I just hope that.
Just hope to keep creating and to be here on this planet. I mean, that's a good plan. I would not be able to answer that question much more than that either.
I'm trying to keep it easier for me. Like, I don't want to talk, I want to be a millionaire. I don't know. No, I just wanted to be like fine.
Yes, I totally hear that. Pajka/Rob asks, or they say they have a little sister with a similar style as yours, and I think her art is amazing, but she's super self-conscious about it. How would you suggest? How would you inspire her, or help? Like, how would you? I want to reword their question, but I think they're asking like, what would you say to her about like getting her work out there and getting over being self-conscious?
Oh, this is hard because I am really self-conscious of what I do, but you just have to like get this first like push to get it out of you, and like, I don't know, maybe doing Twitter or Instagram. I really like Twitter more because you can actually interact with people and make friends and talk with other artists and ask them critique or inspiration and learn from them. Yeah, I know it's really hard. The first thing you have to do is convince yourself. Social media is not gonna cut it if you can't convince yourself that you're an artist and you deserve to be heard.
Yeah, it's very true. I think that it's really, it's like there's no like path to it. Like you have to just do it. Just put yourself out there, and especially in this space, I think it's very supportive. It's not like you're just hopping onto Instagram and putting your pictures there. I mean, if you're an NFT artist, like you need it just to like have your work in that space to kind of attract people to your NFTs. But getting into this space, like getting into different Discord channels from other NFT artists, and just asking them questions.
Discord is really cool to do that, and and his sister, she can like hop on the Waka Discord. It's really cool too. Like a lot of artists helping each other. It's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So the Brime Meester asks, which is your favorite artwork so far that you've created?
Oh, is this is my homepage. Like this is like my favorites currently. The first one with the head, the second, and Mirror Spirit. I don't have a name for them. I didn't know them. It's like kind of secret. It's just on my website. And they are my favorites currently, yeah. I really have a hard time liking my work, and so the newest is what I like.
No, these are great. I just noticed in this one, like there's a disembodied male body in the front, and then there's a female in the back.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because there's usually like a disembodied lady body in advertisements and stuff like that, or in art. So this is kind of like flipping the norm on its head there too. I don't know if that was intentional.
I don't know. I really like to draw disembodied people for some reason and spirals.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was, yeah.
Changa asks, where did the nickname Czech come from?
Oh my god, yeah. So my name is like a very Brazilian name, like Gabriela Cecchin is my name, and Czech is like this Czech on my surname, and I just wanted to make it sound cool and not special. Like I just was trying to make it sound cool. Because I was on Twitter and it's like all these artists like have these cool names like X-Copy and
X-Copy, yeah.
It was like my name is so freaking like I don't know, it's just one name and I wanted to like have a name, a special name too. And I guess
totally
this is what I can.
No, it totally works. I was like, wow, she has a cool name like X-Copy, like these like cool one-word names.
I'm glad it works.
I feel the same way. No, it totally works. I was like, what's this like mysterious thing? I mean, it's cool that it just comes from your own name. It's still you.
Yeah. I wanted to do like, because I had another like nicknames, but it didn't like, I don't know, it was strange. And this one is like the one I'm sticking it.
Yeah, no, it totally works. And I kind of like that initially, like you can't tell, like, oh, is this a woman or a man, or like it's a kind of like unisex sort of name, and I feel like
for some time, on my Twitter, I had like my pronouns because people on my DMs were like, "Hey, bro, can you tell me this?" And I'm like, "No, I'm like." It was kind of funny because I had to like correct them and like, no, I'm like, you can call me like she, and they're like, oh my god, what do you mean? And like,
that's very interesting. I mean, it is. There are a lot of male artists out there, so it's really good to see there's more women and non-binary people in the space. It's definitely a man's world in the art world, is in the physical art world as well.
Yeah, this is really cool.
Yeah, I think we have. So we have one more. I think this would be one more question. How was your experience in starting in the space? Many artists do not get much attention or visibility and tend to underappreciate their own art for the sake of grabbing some income. Did this happen to you? So, like, were you maybe underselling your stuff just to like get people to buy stuff, or were you pricing your things fairly for yourself?
I don't know. Like on the start was like I started like last year, like half of the year, and it was really different from what it is now. Like now it's just there's a lot of people coming, and when I started, it was less people, and I think that was it was really lucky for me, I guess. I don't know. I tend to like underappreciate my work a lot, so I try to not like do it. But I think that it was a combination of timing and people liking my work, I guess. And on the beginning, like I tried to price my work, like what other I just tried to like see what other artists were doing, like how their prices were, and like if it was a unique NFT, there was no price, and if it was an editionate, it was another price. So I tried to like price it, like, but I was not like looking like this big artist because I wasn't a big artist. So I just tried to see the market and how people were selling it. And after some time, I just really made good friends and good, like, my collectors are like crazy inspiring to me because they teach me how to price my works and how to like build the market and all these things, and it's really insightful. And I have to look to know these people and learn from them. And I don't know, it's really hard because now it's a different landscape from when I started. And like, don't underappreciate your work. Like, if you're not selling, like, try to talk about your work and try to like talk about it and explain to people how your art is good and cool, because all art I see is really cool. And try to make friends, and it's like, don't make friends just to sell it. Like, make friends because you're
Because you
care
genuinely
about them.
like them.
Yeah, because this is the most powerful thing about crypto art, in my opinion. It's not like the selling, it's like the opportunity to know people who are so knowledgeable and like have like all this baggage, and you can learn from them, and you can be a great artist just learning these things from another artists and collectors and investors and people who are in the community. I think that is the way to go, because yeah, if you're in it just for the money, you're not gonna make it, I think, because it's not just about the money. Crypto art is like, we talk a lot about the money part, but it's not just about it. It's not what makes it special. It's the art that makes it special.
That's such a great answer, and it's so true. It's if you lead with being yourself and being authentic, and you reach out to artists or collectors who you like appreciate and genuinely want to know them as a person. I think that that's going to get you further than undercutting your art or just like spamming people on social media. Like
Yes.
when you build.
Yeah, and like, people can be, it's very harsh sometimes when you go to Twitter and like everyone is selling and you just didn't have a sale in like weeks or months. And I know how hard it is because it happened to me. And when this happens, just get out of Twitter, get out of social media, and focus on your art and focus in what makes you as an artist happy. Because if you as an artist, if you're just happy about the money, like, art is not for you, really. Because to me, like, if I'm selling or not, I'm just gonna make art. Like, it doesn't matter to me. But it's really hard to like see everyone selling and you're not, and you just like think, oh, my art is bad, no one likes me and things like that. But you just have to put yourself up, and yeah, it's hard, and you have to do it every day. But it is worth it because you stop putting your value on the money and start putting it in your art where it should be.
That's such a great answer, and I feel like that's a really good place to close for the day and keep people with those thoughts, and to focus on the art, focus on what makes you happy, and not creating art that you think other people are going to like, or that you're going to make money on. It's about what feels good to you. I think that's a really important message to end with. for today. And
Thank
you so much for being here, and thank you
Thank
for
you guys. Thank you,
for your
Heather,
really
for
great
having me.
answers. Yeah, and
Oh, I really love it. You're an amazing host. You're doing amazing questions, and sorry for like answering them like I don't remember.
oh no apologies. There's no apologies in Artist Fireside Chat. We all misspeak. We all make mistakes. There's technical issues. It's totally fine. Our
Thank
family
you.
is very supportive here, and
It's amazing to be here.
everybody please follow, like, share, check on all of the venues that there are where her art exists. And
Thank you.
wishing you all, thank you, and wishing you all a magical day.